Hi, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to look at making a backup of your cash registers program onto an SD card. Couple things to remember. Not every SD card will work. The SAM4s 300 series works with a pretty small capacity SD card. You notice here we have a 256 megabyte. We've used 256, we've used 512, we've used 1 gig, and we've used 2 gig. The smaller it is, seems to work better. We do sell these because the smaller capacity are hard to find. Second thing that is a must, this must be formatted ahead of time using FAT32 or FAT32, and that is done in your computer, not in the register. So remember, smaller capacity, they don't all work, and you must format it FAT32. We sell these, we can get them out to you already formatted so you can make your backup. So to make a backup of your registers database, it'll back up all of your UPCs, your POUs, your store name, your tax rate, everything that you've programmed on the register. The first thing you need to do is locate the SD card port by removing your receipt cover. Remember, whether your machine is a SPS-320, SPS-340, or SPS-345, this part is the same. It's going to look a little different here. The 320 only has a receipt, the 340 has a receipt and a journal, the 345 has a receipt and a journal and raised keys, but everything we're going to show you is exactly the same. So we've removed our printer cover. Next, we're going to find the port right here. The port has a screw, so you're going to have to remove the screw first. I've already done that. Then there's a tab here, and you're going to open the door. There is the SD card port. The SD card inserts with the contacts towards the printer, the label towards the screen. You're going to simply put it in there, push it down until it clicks into place. You'll know immediately if you've got it backwards. And then we're going to close that. We'll leave the printer cover off for right now. Next thing you're going to have is a C key. Hopefully you can see that. C as in control. So we're going to put the key back in. The reason you need a C key is because you have to go to the S mode. And if you weren't already aware, the S mode is an unmarked position on the key, on the mode lock. It is the 6 o'clock position, and if you can see the screen here, it says service mode. Really important mode. For most of your programming, you'll never go in this, but this is one of those times you'll need to. So we're in the S mode, the service mode, and we get our menu. You're not going to see what we need at first. It's on the second page. If ever in programming you see this down arrow, that means there's other pages below this. So we're going to page down, and then you will see another menu. And number 9 here is 9, SD card operation. So I just press 9 on the 10 pad, and it takes us to our SD card operation. Now in this case, we just want to do a program backup by pressing number 1. We'll go over a few things in a minute after we do this, but it's as simple as this. I press 1, it starts. You'll notice it starts printing, then it prints out a little bit. When it's done printing, and it says information upload pass. That is good. That's a good sign. That took the program of this register and it put it on to that card. One of the things you'll notice when you're looking at this is in the very top, store name is store A. The register must have a store name, and the recipient, or wherever you're backing this up, the store name has to be identical to that. So if you're rolling out cloning machines, you'll have to change before you upload it with the store name. You can change it after that, but to transfer from one card to another machine, the store names have to match. It's pretty easy to do. I'm going to turn the key to program, and I believe it is under system options, number 3. And then if you'll see on system options, we're on page 1. It's on page 17, I believe, so we're just going to page down. It's either on 17 or 18. So we're paging down. You see the page number flash there is 13. Okay, so here's 16. Oh, that was 17 rather. It's on 18. Page 18, store name. So you would use the cache key to go down to the store name right here, and you could change that store name. Once you've got it changed, just enter and clear, and you're back out. We're going to go to register. So you've backed up, you've saved your data. It's a good practice to do this a couple times a year, especially if you've made some major changes. You don't want to be in the situation where your cash register is stolen or flooding occurs and your register is destroyed and you've spent hours and hours and hours programming UPCs or programming extensive menus on your keyboard or whatever it happens to be, and you have to do all that work again because you didn't have a $20 SD card in a few minutes. We're going to make another video on restoring it. You'll see that further down the same page that you're looking on. So just look for the restore from an SD card in order to restore your machine. Thanks a lot.